Alright everyone, the Fabius Maximus update is here. We are alive and we're going to do some serious, quote-unquote serious, Olmec gameplay here. I did have to re-roll a little bit because the Olmecs are a bit finicky. The good thing is, though, that the AI knows that the Olmecs are dog shit. So, as an aside, at least we have that fact going forward. So we're going to have to maximize the Olmecs. We'll try not to play around. This is on a harder difficulty. So it looks like we have some amazing grasslands to start off with. And that is one of the few good things that we have kind of going forward with the Olmecs here. So at least we have some solid grasslands, I have to say. Probably would be used better on a do we have some good industry here? Probably would be used a lot more efficiently on a Harappan start, but oh well. I guess we'll use their nerfs as a justification not to play them. Okay. So, we do need to find some food. Honestly, a bit lackluster here. Hopefully this event is forgiving. We have found Roraima, though. It's not going to matter, not until we at least settle that little island, I guess, or maybe a peninsula here. So let's go ahead and get grind. I was hoping for, like, a tribes member event, but we did get a new one here, so we do need to find some influence ASAP and get our outpost out. One of the few strengths that the Olmecs have is that they have an okay influence generation rate, and they also are slightly above average in terms of growing cities. So with the Dia de los Muertos, I believe, or the Day of the Dead, I guess we can kind of tie this into being relevant because not only are we playing a Mesoamerican culture, but also it has a very, I think it has as one of the challenges for like one of the rewards they're basically putting out as an event. It has one of those being grow your population for your empire to like 300 people. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but shouldn't be too difficult with the Olmecs. Okay. Not too many good spots really to kind of settle our first city here. I've got to be honest with you guys. I was thinking of putting my little quarter over here and then kind of surrounding it with farmers' quarters to kind of maximize the yields over there. This region, just to be honest with you guys, does not have too much production kind of going for it, so I don't really want to beeline that. I think we have more potential with the forest over here. So I think this is hard difficulty too. I think an okay strategy would just be to settle up on this defensible city and pray we at least get some districts out early or get some more pops before we ascend. And as the Olmecs, it's not going to be that difficult to achieve because no one really picks them. Okay. So here we go. Also, let me know if the audio is good, chat, if anyone's actually watching, because I do want to make sure you guys can actually understand what I'm saying. Try not to mumble too much. Okay, but again, we have some very nice grasslands over here. Not bad at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this influence. Okay, move up here. Okay. And this will be done in 2 turns. Interesting. Okay, someone has chosen the Harappans. And I'm not entirely certain whether the devs have made a public statement on how much the AI's behavior has changed. As far as I've kind of seen, just playing the beta, they still kind of go for the same like 3 cultures early on, being the Harappans, the Mycenaeans, and the Nubians. So it's going to be a bit hard to grab them. Phoenicians aren't exactly a okay, this is good. The Phoenicians aren't exactly a hot pick right now. I mean, when even the AI kind of knows you are a bad, crappy culture, it's kind of looking, I'm just saying, it's looking like dire straits over here. Okay, so we have Beiju. This is our first province. Let's go ahead and quickly try to move you down here. I do want to sacrifice at least 1 pop to the capital, not just to be in the vein of Mesoamerican stereotypes and sacrificing people, but also just to kind of help put some life into the city and get people working on food and industry ASAP. Okay, let's go over here maybe. And this might be the pop I sacrifice. Let's just grab this first. Okay, we're not doing too bad on influence, and pops are fine. Just in case I need an extra guy, you'll go over there. And we do have some nasty tundra terrain down here. Let's go grab that food resource, just in case we can kind of sneak in 1 more pop. Every little bit counts. Okay, let's go here. And there is a layer as well. I think I'll raise this. Unfortunately, layers have been kind of nerfed. I think they only grant 5 food along with sanctuaries. So you're not going to really be able to efficiently kind of farm layers with mammoths or sanctuaries with mammoths. And the mammoths have also gotten a combat buff. So be very, very careful now. Not as viable as a strategy to kind of rush the Mycenaeans and have them be guaranteed to you. Okay. And we should be, once we get our next knowledge star, we should be set. Gotta say, I love the new color we're kind of rocking here. I want to see if I could reveal any more land over that on that little peninsula. Okay, there we go. And what is this one last event? Okay, let's go with farmers. Kind of buff up those Olmec colossal heads there. Can you grab any more knowledge stars over here? Ooh, just out of reach. That's unfortunate. Okay. Anyhow, while you are here, we do have enough influence to kind of plop down another outpost. So I think I will do that before we ascend. 13.5. I kind of want to be close to this area in particular. So let's do that. We can skip. Okay, there's only been one person that's chosen a culture, and that's the Harappans there. We can afford to skip one turn. And then we'll also be able to grab that knowledge star, because for those of you who don't know, it is cheaper in the Neolithic era to put down outposts, so I do want to grab that second outpost, and maybe later, hopefully, kind of bring it up to the city status. Okay, so not only are we going to grab some more science, but we are also going to get a new event. Let's go grab that nice outpost. And what is this event? There we go. And we're going to get another hunting party, which is amazing. Okay, so while you're here, you received 1 pop. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this tribe over here. We don't need 5 scouts. That would be a bit excessive even for me. So let's go with the Olmecs. I do want to talk about their bonuses, and I think I might be going insane because I don't remember them having +3 food before the patch. I even played them quite a bit, so maybe I'm just misremembering things here. I don't remember the +3 food, but for the Olmecs, just a quick breakdown for you guys. They are an Aesthete culture. They focus on influence. You get +1 influence per territory, so you do want to kind of grab your nearby territories fairly quickly, which we are trying to do with our second outpost. And then you also have the Olmec head. It's reliably generates food. It acts as a farmer's quarter, and then it has a fairly weak influence generation, 1 influence per adjacent farmer's quarter. Honestly, a bit weak. It could be like +2 influence. It even had something interesting with the Lucy Open Dev where it was like +3 faith or something, which could grant you a very strong religion early on. So I think we will go with the Olmecs. We do have a fair amount of choices. I rarely get the option to kind of choose the Mycenaeans, especially on higher difficulties. So that is there. Okay, anyhow, let's go ahead and get the Olmecs and play along. Also, the javelin throwers are pretty bad. I should probably point that out ahead of time. All right, I think I'll have you on standby just in case. We only really need 2 scouts. We have 3 scouts out here to kind of be stationed there and scan the nearby area. All right, I'm going to grab some gold from this. I find at least, unless you're playing on like a huge continent, 2 scouts is usually like the magic number. If you're playing on a normal-sized continent with 6 players.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay.
Rumors and hearsay. All right, let's get on with it. And I do love the new scouts design for all of the cultures. They release like a ton of work. The team over at Amplitude. Let me just see here. Can I optimize this further? +1. This might be the best I can get. Anyhow, let's just go ahead and build this into a city. Love their palace design. The units specifically have had some amazing designs. They submitted some really, really fantastic work. Okay, shut up, narrator. They submitted some fantastic work here with the scouts design. They even added some more designs for each culture. So the Americans have a whole line of unique designs now instead of the generic UI, and I think Africa has a unique set of palettes. America does. Both of the Americas are kind of lumped together. Europe does, and then Asia does. So there's about four and a half, I guess, ish, unique kind of palettes for all of the UIs. So very, very, or all of the cultures, very, very fun to kind of play around with that and discover things with Humankind. So great job to the developers right there, right off the bat. Let's go ahead and go probably grow food here and industry. Okay, we could probably rush the farmer's quarter first. And let's go ahead and station you here. I'll probably keep this guy around to just kind of expand some of the nearby outposts. I usually like to, kind of on starts where I have more pops, keep someone around as kind of like a ghost crew, and just expanding to some of the adjacent regions here. We even have a little island to the north too, which we might attach later on. Okay, I don't think I'll be doing any attaching shenanigans, though. This should be relatively tame. Though we are going to have to try to get some fairly big pop cities. You'll also notice we have a ton of islands, too. I find mini islands generates a lot of unique settings for both the player and the AI. So always recommend putting your map settings to mini islands. Looks like some poor bastard chose the Hittites. Kind of feel bad for them. Definitely one of the weakest cultures overall in Humankind. Which is kind of funny because they were pretty good in the Lucy Open Dev, I think. Okay, looks like there's some scout over there, some tribe. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's end that turn. And we just barely don't have enough gold to kind of build or buy out that farmer's quarter.
Get ready to hear the sound of chariots.
All right. Okay, so we have met. Who are you? You're not the pink person. You are the Hittites. Poor bastard. The farmer's quarter. Let's go explore to the south real quick. I don't want to get in an early confrontation with the Hittites right now. Okay, let's go over here, and I guess we could afford to support one more scout. Let's go ahead and put you over on the industry. There we go. And after we get those two farmers' quarters out, or the farmers' quarter and the maker's quarter out, this would be an amazing Olmec start. I think we'll go ahead and prioritize that pottery for the influence. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this. And you want to trade? Perfect. Don't like to get in little scraps with the AI too soon. What do we want to expand to next? I think we'll put you over perhaps on the stone fields. Maybe actually somewhere adjacent to the capital. You're also perfectly positioned over that sanctuary, so let's go ahead and raise that. Okay. Very interesting mountains here. Potentially a fun little Edo-Japanese playthrough. Okay, but you wouldn't believe I had to restart like 5 times for at least some moderate dry grasslands. Okay, let's use you, and let's grab the region next to the capital, since I believe that'll probably be one of the cheaper regions. So probably over here. I think it also has a better production situation. Okay, let's send you to the south. Try to grab some curiosities, as they're called. Let's get carpentry and get the terrible javelin throwers, which it's okay, I guess, as a defensive unit because we have some forests. At least we do for now. We'll probably chop them down later. But as the game goes on, not only do you have to put them right next, they don't have indirect fire, so you have to put them right next to the unit, which involves kind of exposing yourself in battle because warriors can easily hit you. But you have to expose yourself, and you have to kind of be in the forest to get your combat bonus. So in certain circumstances, the javelin throwers are good and solid and consistent, but in a lot of the circumstances you'll find yourself in, they just do not hold up. Also, it's kind of counterintuitive to the Olmecs playstyle because you like flat, dry grasslands. You don't like forests because forests are kind of more of a production thing. So very odd. Can we put you over here? Yeah, we can. We'll prioritize that. Okay, some poor bastard chose the Phoenicians. Oof. I guess today is not the AI's day. Let's buy this. There we go. And now that we have the pottery workshop coming, I think afterwards we'll go ahead and perhaps put the colossal heads down here. We'll have to see. I think it would be more strategic to just put them down here, at least. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our first civics, too. Let's get +3 faith. We do not need the influence. We'll be pumping out quite a bit. And the cheaper outpost cost. And speaking of which, we can build our first outpost over here. Of Feta. Okay. Let's go ahead and send you down over to the sanctuary, since we can't actually reach that just on a bit of a ridge here. Okay, and should be good. Actually, what are you doing here? Let's move you to production or science. Okay, that'll shave a few turns off. And after that, we do want to start beelining for city defense, I think. Get some good units out. Okay, afterwards... It is recommending this tile, but I do want to exploit some of the forest here. So I don't think it'd be too wise to actually put that down over there. I'll have to see, honestly. You know what? I think I'll be fine, actually. I do agree. I'll put this down here, get the +10 food, and then kind of surround that with 4 quarters. That should be fine there. And we'll just have to take the loss. Okay. And you can station yourself there. And then I think our next goal will be saving up enough influence to kind of raise up the city of Deneb al-Gedi. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and plot this quarter down over here, and then the food should be amazing. Far better than our capital can produce. Okay, let's just go check out the situation. So they are expanding eastwards, a little bit concerning, but we should have at least 4 or 5 territories nailed down before they put their next, their next outpost out. I notice the AI does do the strategy of kind of amassing a lot of cities rapidly. So we do have to be wary. Okay. Where's some production? Let's go put it over there. Can always move it. This territory doesn't seem too good. I can probably just attach it like over to here. And then it should be more reliable, honestly. Okay, there we go. And it looks like he has a very consistent and solid start. Kind of a shame he picked the Hittites. He could have really made some use out of that if he picked a better culture. Okay. But speaking of the Hittites, I think they received a small buff to their outpost. Again, I could be wrong.
Time to see what happens when
Okay, someone's picking a fight with me over here. Go there, thank you. And we are looking a bit better. Okay. Alright, and we got 60 gold. That is very, very solid. We are getting quite a lot of curiosities. Speaking of which, I think if we just save enough gold and like 2 turns pass, we should be able to buy the Olmec colossal heads out. Okay, I wanted city defense. Thank you very much, good sir. Okay, we'll retreat. Okay, we can't retreat because we are backed into a corner. They do have a +1 combat strength bonus as the Hittites, so I think I'll end deployment and just pray that I get the defensive bonus here. Okay, he didn't take too much recoil. Okay, he will be crossing a river, so looks like we're evenly matched. I guess my plan is just to hit end round, because if you do not attack, you actually get a defensive bonus you'll see here. So that will be giving us increased combat strength. So we're probably about like +1 over him, since he has a +1 combat strength as the Hittites. I think just to all units, so should give us a slight advantage. But that did give us victory. Okay, let's get out of here ASAP, because they are not too friendly to us. Okay. They are hesitant. That's not going to stop them from being dicks to us, though. So let's buy this out. Shave off 4 turns. Very, very big. Very helpful that we kind of found that colossal
There is more
head,
to
or the
creating an
curiosity.
empire than just yelling orders.
Okay, so I guess we're just really hoping for the influence out of this. Kind of a shame we couldn't build an Olmec head over here, honestly. That would have been a lot better. I just don't think we'd be able to feasibly reach over here, and I don't know if the production would be nearly as good. So that's kind of just my concern there. We are low on production, though, so let's grab this over here and move you over to the production. Okay, not the most efficient kind of pop swap there. But I do really need to get my influence up. Okay, how the hell do I get out of here then? Okay, I think they're going to converge on my position. Okay. Oh well. So we'll probably just move you over here then. Actually, grab that crap. Okay, we have 2 curiosities. That was miffed there. We'll grab that next turn. Grab this, please. Okay, 20 gold. Not nearly as good as the other curiosity we found. Okay, next, I think we'll grab this territory. Probably wait here. Okay, let's go overturn. Grab as much pop as we can. Please try to retreat. Okay, you at least got out of the territory. That's good. I've had retreat. Okay, that's not that very far, though. I've had retreats where they've just gone further into the enemy territory. So I'd really like, in the future, if the devs are even watching this, if there was an option, let's go ahead and grab shamanism, I think.
Greetings to the
Since we have so many territories.
There.
If there was an option where
neighbor who may be more interested in commerce.
you could choose where do you want to retreat. Okay, these are the Nubians. Alright. A little bit far off there. Fairly big continent, I have to say. Let's grab domestication. And we're just praying we have enough influence. We are not doing bad for influence, I have to say. We're doing at least plus 26 per turn. As other cultures without like an influence bias, I find it can be fairly hard to get influence. It usually ranges from like plus 15. Maybe if you're the Zhou, you can manage to snag plus 20. But usually plus 15 is about the kind of the limits for the maximum amount of influence you can gather as an ancient era culture without really an aesthete affinity there. Okay, I keep forgetting about this damn thing. Let's go just grab this. New ones keep spawning. I'll go ahead and kind of navigate down the river. I think we could probably just explore this a little bit and then maybe move you back to the capital. Alright, I'm not going to forget this time. Okay, and then there you are. Alright. This is just an influence farm. Okay, so we can elevate the city. Let's go ahead and do that as soon as possible. We are on 2 era stars, the city of Laventa. This is a +8. This is a +1, so we definitely want to go for the farmer's quarter. And let's move this to the production there. Okay, did you grab my curiosity? Yes, you did. Oh, bastard. Alright, at least they're not attacking me. That is the good news. Alright, so there we go. We earned another era star. What one was that for? I think it was for turning that into a city. So, expansion of stars, again, are much easier to come across. And then population stars should be a breeze, kind of as the Olmecs. Looks like my mouse is derping out. Oh my god. Perfect timing. Let's go and just build another farmer's quarter. And then, since you can't build back emblematic porters on the kind of next era, you can only build emblematic units. I do want to be very, very quick in pumping out or churning out my colossal head, so I can at least put it down again, or so that I don't really forget. Okay. Let's go for irrigation. I do need some science. Move you over here, thank you. And I do want to get some emblematic units just in case anyone gets any funny ideas. I find that once you start getting more than like 4 pops for your first ancient era city and you're starting to be able to afford enough pops for research or merchant slots, the city becomes less productive and you really want to put out some military units to kind of dissuade the AI if you haven't already, and you are kind of low on scouts, because they are factored into how the military kind of calculates opponent strength. Right, there we go.
This unit is a symbol of pride and power for your empire. Let's hope they're worth the price.
And okay, you're already at 65 stability. Alright, not too good there. So I think after I do this, I do want to attach this city and go immediately for probably the Olmec heads. So there we go. Okay, that's going to be 45, unfortunately. But we will have to do it to them. Okay, and with irrigation, we'll have the option to buy out some more stability, too. There we go. So, let's go ahead and put you on Auto Explore, honestly. I think on Auto Explore, they find resources more easily. Okay, let's put you to food. And we want to get our Olmecs heads down ASAP. Okay. Let's move you. There we go. I wanted to kind of position him on a higher cliff so he gets more, so that they get more of an altitude bonus. I'll also put you on Auto Explorer. You're fine just stationed there, I believe. Actually, we can go ahead and claim this territory too while we're at it, if my mouse doesn't decide to kill itself. Okay. Okay, 2 more arrow stars, and you want a non-aggression pack? Fine with me. She's also pleasant. Okay, I'm fine with... Where do we want to move you? I think this is all the territory I'll claim. I really don't want this crappy tundra region, so I think maybe we go for this coastal region over here. Religious rights. I do need to see my religion here. Okay, we're not doing too bad. As we kind of accumulate more territories, we will get a stronger religion. Just kind of how our faith works. Okay, move over here, merge. And I think it's okay to go ahead and go for some warriors. Really loving that design. Okay, so will we have enough time is the real question to pump out this Olmec head right here. $1 million question. Okay, let's at least prioritize it. Can we put like 3 people here? Okay, 6 turns. Okay. And then that should be satisfactory. Grab this while we're here. Grab that, and then we can drop our outpost next. And then since we've just been standing and waiting with this influence, let's grab cheaper religious district costs and then the +1 combat strength for our armies. And then, you know what, since we have a little extra left, let's go with the +1 city cap.
Eventually yield to the onslaught of more brains.
Okay, 1 arrow star. We should be getting our next one very, very soon. Funny that I'm doing so well on a higher difficulty. Okay, and I do want to eliminate this as soon as possible, too. Because I hate independent people. They're already forming a city, too. That is very, very unfortunate. Let's try to wipe them out before they spawn a readout. You could have spawned anywhere, but you chose the location that I was going for next. Great to see.
Language and beliefs. I do hope you
Okay.
treat them well.
Let's try to wipe this out. Okay, there we go. Easy as pie. Let's go ahead and discard their traditions. I'll burn the city down anyway. I hate its placement. I do want to put it more on the river. I'll move you here. And you're going to... Okay, you've already finished your warriors. So... Okay, I think the UI has even been updated. We have a surplus now, it shows. I would like to see how efficient some of the infrastructure is, though. So that would be a really nice change. On the side, we have enough stability here, so maybe we should go for some food here with the colossal heads. Get some mileage out. We're gonna ascend fairly soon too. Alright, I'll just go ahead and wait till later. You know what, while we're here, let's go ahead and build a stone circle. I'm gonna raise this just because I'm a dick. Get that. Can't remind me later. I just hate independent people. Okay, so thankfully we have enough, just enough to kind of rush that.
Must have more farmers than most empires.
And I guess we're not going to have enough to kind of go for the farmer's quarter there, which is very, very sad. In that case, I guess I can just detach this. And I'll save that for another city. So let's go ahead and ascend. Who do we want to play with? We could go with the Achaemenid Persians. Or we could go for some warfare, too. I'm kind of tempted to go with the Carthaginians, though I've been playing them a lot recently. Let's go with the Persians. I think I could probably use some more influence. Maybe some money. I went with the Axumites for my last playthrough as the Olmecs. I could honestly transcend, too. I don't really play with the Romans too much, but they're so weak. Okay. You know what? I think I'll probably just end the stream here and then go for some patch notes later. These streams are usually not too popular. So maybe I'll just end the stream, use the video footage as like a recording and look over it, and then just kind of go over the patch notes since those videos seem to be a bit more popular kind of while I'm at it. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been 4 Extraordinaire, and I hope to see you guys later. All right, peace.